the phosphors, because phosphors love cube berries. And when you make a Largo, they retain both their composite slimes' fave foods. Basically, I'd be able to feed them cube berries and get both double phosphor and tabby plorts. No chickens required. But I was a little worried I had too many jammed in there.
I really can't afford to have these escape.
So I decided to get rid of a few of them. The official law is that all slimes originate from the slime sea. So if you shoot them back in there, you're just returning them home. But as far as I was concerned, this was an egregious slime rights violation, commonly known as murder. The reason I was being extra careful that no phosphor tabbies escaped is because when Largos eat another plort, they have a plort overload and turn into abominations. I knew this due to a disaster that occurred in my playthrough of the first game. Never forget. I did not want such a calamity to destroy my new ranch on Rainbow Island. I ventured a little further than before and found a random refinery link.
Oh, so my plorts in the wild can go straight to the refinery to be used for research. That's actually so useful. There's just one here randomly.
And there was another GG log. It seems the GG log person left this refinery here. Thank you, because this thing was extremely useful in the early game. I headed through this cave to a sandy area, which I explored thoroughly, collecting as I went.
Oh, what's that?
And I soon poked another map node, which revealed the remainder of the rainbow fields on my map. I checked out this thing more closely, a mystery indeed, and I decided to Google it. These are actually called pods. And I was really loving the refinery link because it was keeping me active out here without inventory clog. I found a pink Gordo.
Might as well try feed this guy.
He ate 20 carrots and 10 pogo fruit before exploding into glory.
The heck is this?
It's a water spout thingo that shoots you up. It's pretty useful for traversal. In this case, it helped me find a funky looking switch over here, which I of course activated.
Oh! Oh!
The rainbowness of Rainbow Island was evident in the impressive display put on by the thingo over there.
Oh my gosh, that was extravagant. All I wanted to find was a red cube berry, but I found many things.
I did at least find some wet lettuce, the favorite of cotton slimes. And then I checked out the thing I'd activated. It appeared to be a teleporter, so in I went. And yes indeed, new lands await. The Ember Valley.
The way that you get upgrades and make items and stuff, you need a lot of plorts. So I think I need to make a balanced farm, or balanced ranch rather.
Yeah, I'd complained earlier that phosphor slimes might be pointless because they don't make that much money. But it is definitely the right call to enslave every variety of slime you possibly can. For example, give me one of them angler slimes.
Wait, angler slimes?
I wanted this rock slime too, but I had no space left. I found some radiant ore, another science material, but again, my limited backpack space was really causing a headache.
Oh, there's a tar. There's a tar slime.
These are the abomination slimes I mentioned, created when a Largo eats a third plort variety. They often appear in the wild due to the chaos of many slimes, but on the ranch they are devastating because they have a habit of eating your entire stock of slimes.
Dude, how do I get out of here?
I was lost already, but I eventually found the teleporter and made the run back home, where I fed the rowdy rabble, planted some wet lettuce, and I planted some odd onion that I found in Ember Valley too. I made sure to feed these guys too, and sold a range of plorts at the market. The pink and cotton plorts did the heavy lifting.
Dude, one of my phosphors got out.
I returned that cheeky fella to captivity and added an air net to the corral to ensure that didn't happen again. If enough slimes bash against the air nets, they do power down temporarily, but with only 6 Largos in that corral, I hoped that would never happen. And this is why I had so many cotton pinks for the early game. They produced a lot of plorts for me to sell. I next bought another corral for my lonely angler slime. And then we go again. I could have hoarded the many random wild plorts I collected, but I needed plorts for slime science too, so dumping them into the refinery link was a fine option.
42 cotton plorts, 51 pink plorts, some other good resources in here.
I kept an eye out for pods, and I teleported back over to Ember Valley, where I caught some more angler slimes, some heartbeats, which is the favorite food of rock slimes, and I managed to find a rock slime too. These random pots can be shot at walls and broken, and in this case it was a rather generous pot. It gave me a cube berry. I've been struggling to find one of these for ages. I sadly had to give up 18 pogo fruit to make space, but it was worth it. Some areas of the world are home to rather angry slimes, known as feral slimes.
Don't get me. Ah! Oh, I took so much damage.
They are quite rude. These blue pots also give 50 new bucks, which at this stage of the game was actually quite a significant amount.
I know I'm on a mission here, but that hasn't changed anything about these guys. They're still fun as heck. Dude, those tar slimes are terrifying. Look at them grab the other slimes. Run! Ah!
I once again had no more space in my backpack, so I headed back to base, where I decided I'd combine the anglers with the rocks.
Oh no, you don't like that. You like this. Feed you one of the heartbeats.
Anglers enjoy sea hens, but rock slimes enjoy heartbeats, so I plan to feed this corral the beets. And the phosphors of course love cube berries, so it was nice to get one of those planted. I received correspondence from another old friend slash rival, Mochi Miles. She gave me the refinery link blueprint, and I had my first water lettuce harvest, which I fed to the pink cottons for some double plortage. All 8 plots in this area of the ranch were now occupied, but pogo fruits aren't a favorite of any slime variety, so I destroyed that farm and replaced it with a heartbeat farm. Odd onions are the favorite of a slime variety variety I did not have yet, but for now they served as a veggie option to feed the rocky anglers while the beets were growing. The ranch had grown nicely, but I was still spending money as soon as I got it. These first few angler plorts sold for 34, which was nice.
Oh, can I make as many of these as I want?
No, I was only able to make one, but still it was going to be quite useful. I managed to squeeze out a few hundred more new bucks to put an air net above the rock anglers, and back out I went for another mission. I got rather distracted shoving quite a lot of stuff into the refinery link, but I eventually returned to the Ember Valley where I continued exploring. I claimed some radiant ore, I found a rather sparkly cave, and I jumped across behind this waterfall and ended up in another cave. I zoomed up on the water and landed atop these slime statues, and I soon emerged at the top of the waterfall where I found some new friends.
Puddle slimes.
I collected a decent haul of primordial oil too, and opened up this pod which gave me a vac tank component. I also found some prickly pears. I soon found yet another science material.
Oh, this is silky sand?
And so this was turning into more of a science resource focused expedition. I was also assaulted by many tars.
Why there's so many? Why there's so many? Am I not throwing them into the ocean over there?
And this area was rather sandy, so it had heaps of silky sand. I found another pod, and I was trying to be thorough in my exploration, but there were many twists and turns, and I was honestly rather lost.
I think I just placed this here. This seems like a decent spot. And then back we go.
That was indeed a decent central spot for the yellow return home teleporter, which was quite effective at helping me return home. That also earned an achievement. I shoved 7 radiant ore, 7 primordial oil, and 13 silky sand into the refinery, and I got busy with chores around the ranch, feeding my 3 hungry Largo varieties their respective favorite foods. I then of course had to collect the plorts and then sell the plorts, so this was quite a process. And the market had shifted, so most of these were selling for even less. But on sheer volume, I managed to get my new bucks up to almost 2,000.
Give me an upgraded power core. Do I want to store fresh water? Probably. Let's just get the water tank.
That power core upgrade increased my max energy to 150, which helped a bit to keep me sprinting. And I got another random Slimepedia entry. Pollen.
I got a pollen weather event. Look at all this pollen. Okay.
I managed to scrape together enough tabby plorts to get the tank booster upgrade as well, which increased the stack size I could carry from 20 up to 30. And I'd brought these puddle slimes home, but they needed water to survive, and I had no pond. Nor did I have space to build one just yet, so I just put them down here.
I think those are red lines of evaporation. Oh well, sorry fellas.
I killed some time waiting for my slimes to get hungry again, and then collected more phosphor plorts, because probably the most important upgrade on the cards was the jetpack. And then it was time for the purge. The overflowing pink cottons was never a permanent plan, and it was time to clean house. I ended up with just 6 left, chilling in their newly upgraded corral. Free range, no more. On this particular day, pink plorts were down to a sale price of just 5. How sad. I bought the recipes for a couple of warp depot options, but I didn't actually use these until late game. And then there was nothing to do except crack on. Except I had the jetpack now, so I was thinking a little more vertically. What treasures were hidden in the higher places? I hovered about looking.
What is this? Where am I? You got some death symbols? Have I been here before?
I had not been over this way yet. I pulled off a glorious jetpack maneuver to get this pod, which had absolutely nothing in it for some reason.
It didn't give me anything.
And down below I found another pod. Also, there was an inactive portal here.
Oh look. Wait, how have I not found this?
The jetpack shenanigans were helping me find many new delights. I roamed for a bit, fed the Gordo 21 carrots, and then received another message from Victor. Apparently the AI he was chatting to was pretty smart, as it sent him a mysterious code he was yet to crack. For some reason, odd onions grow a bunch of carrots as well, so I yoinked those odd carrots and finally made the big cotton pop. That earned me the achievement for feeding 3 Gordos to bursting, and it granted me access to a cave that led to another important button, which I activated.
There it goes. Another way forward.
I'd barely explored past the other portal, and now another was open.
Starlight Strand, a vision of dusk and dawn together.
Arriving here earned me the achievement for discovering 3 areas. Another colourful land with new slimes to find.
Oh, what's that? Oh, honey slime.
I found a GG log about how the prisma waves affect different areas in different ways, and I found a door that required a honey portal to open. Honey slimes eat fruit, so I grabbed some cocoa, briefly relieving my singular honey slime, and soon I had the port I needed.
Honey port.
That of course opened the door, and inside the cave I found a pod.
Storage cell. Yeah, I can pick up water now. Oh, what are you?
I continued exploring and soon found a new science resource unique to the Starlight Strand. Some buzzwax from a beehive. I broke any pots I saw for some cheeky cash, and it couldn't hurt to stock up on some of that buzzwax. I jumped up some ledges and found another pod, and I dropped down into a sandy coral area.
Is this the other side of that door? No,
I then saw a rather surprising slime burst out of a chicken skin.
oh, a Yoki slime. It's an egg. They inspire nearby chickens to sometimes make a giant egg full of chicks and Yoki boards. I mean, I don't have those chickens at the moment, so I'll save that for later, I guess.
I ventured back inland a little, and finally found some more honey slimes like the one I hunted earlier. I found a cave that wanted a rock floor, and door and get another slime sponge.
Are you an angler boy?
I went in search of wild rock or angler slimes, but before finding either of those, I found a macro.
Oh, here we go.
Another day, another Gordo.
Ever since I came back, it's been a little fun. Like some of my memories stay behind.
These GG logs were hinting at some serious funny business, and I found some mint mangoes lying around. These are the favorite of the honey slimes, so I was pleased to claim a couple.
I don't really understand where I am. What do you want? A hunter?
I hadn't come across a hunter slime yet, and somehow I'd circled back to the portal I'd arrived through, and I found a pod right above it. I then decided to call it a day.
New message from Ogden Porters.
Another bullhead from the first game, who sent me a gift. Thank you, Mr. Robin. As always, after a trip out on the range, there were hungry slimes to feed back on the ram. I got rid of the carrot farm next to the pink cottons, and instead placed another corral for our honeys. And I began to wonder why I ever planted the odd onions, which I got rid of as well. And I replaced them with a mint mango farm.
What happens if I put them in there?
I was at a bit of a loss as to what to do with the random Yoki slime. So for now, I put it in with the honey. Yokis cannot turn into larvae, so I figured it would just chill in there until I was ready for it to hang out with some chickens.
Now I know my
As always, feeding my hungry slimes led to a big pile of corn. But here's something I didn't realize about my rock and roll larvae.
當時劉邦實力較弱，便向項羽軍服，臣服。項羽自稱西楚霸王。
Short cut to the south. That's great. Okay, this
Just what the doctor ordered. I grew the fluttered dervish chaos eater and poured
Oh, okay. Oh.
any opportunity I had to head towards shadows, and in these tight hallways it was working wonderfully, and I soon had a full stack of 40, and of course through the portal I went to grab the other 2 radiant projectors. I then accidentally found a massive area that I was pretty sure I hadn't been to before. I pressed a button to make a window dematerialize, and I figured I might as well sync my shadow ports to make space for more, and this door was very hard. 40 only fell halfway. I then finally returned to finish the light bulb, and I immediately scooped the projectors back up this time. All that effort opened the door leading to a rather large drop down to dusty deck.
I can't fly that far.
It was a beautiful view, but I was worried that if I tried to jetpack over that far, 150 energy would not be enough.
I mean, maybe I could land on that. I feel like the dust is just going to kill me.
I decided I'd come back later, and after another shadow port farm session, I dropped a hot teleporter and got out of there. I made some accelerators, and the red returned from the portal, and I shoved a bunch of twins into the hunter corral. There may have been a few too many. Polari cherries are twin slime's favorite food, so I got rid of the incinerator, which had failed to keep those 5 slimes alive, and instead planted some cherries. And it was definitely too full in this corral as a couple of lagos instead, so I shot a bunch of them into the sea. I then pulled up the Slime Rancher 2 map on the wiki, which shows you where all of the pods are, and I got busy collecting. I needed these for 100%, and I wanted some more upgrade pods. I also got rid of the wet lettuce so that I could make a silo to store the prisma and shadow claws. I collected 3 out of 3 pods around my base first, and then I headed to the rainbow fields. The problem was I wasn't sure which ones I'd already opened, so the map I was looking at sent me on a bit of a wild goose chase at times. But it of course also helped me to find plenty that I hadn't managed to find in my exploration earlier.
The drone guy there. Hello. You. Talk to me.
That was a bonus, thank you very much. And just from the rainbow field pods, I found a few upgrade pods, and I was able to increase my max energy to 200. I then randomly remembered the note I'd left for myself.
What for Northbound without a long bolt requires bowman tapped. Rainbow Fields is done. It's going to take on the enemy guard and even 9.
And so I got busy in invalid.
Oh, there's a storage cell. That's exactly what I needed.
I also found a jetpack trap, and apparently I didn't explore this northern area very well before, because I hadn't collected many of the pods up this way. And I guess these drones were out and about now that I made my first drone, so that was another bonus.
I left a note in my notepad like 2 years ago about this. Boom. Tell me, what is this? Powderful gloves. What? Discover powderful gloves substance. Oh, all in place. It's snowy. Are you serious? I missed a whole zone.
Yeah, I missed a whole zone. There's 24 here.
Alright, well, I guess I'm gonna find out 24 years.
No one told me there was a snowy area, but fair enough. Here we are. I got straight down to business. I found some slime fossils, and as this was a fresh area, snowy fresh, obviously I hadn't collected any of the pods here, which meant I would be able to systematically collect them pretty efficiently. In theory.
Oh, there's staples.
In reality, it wasn't so easy, because the cave system was massive and convoluted, and the surface of the land above had plenty of nooks and crannies too.
Here we go. Got some staples.
I found another new science material, and after an old faithful refinery linking up ridge, I picked up with the perfect snowflakes. I also sucked up some snowballs.
It's snowballing is so good. Can't get on this. I can't get on this.
I bumbled about finding pods and soon exited somewhere up on the surface, where I nabbed another pod and had a quick look around. I found a Saber Gordo up there.
What is this weird business?
This Aurora business only shows up at night, which makes sense. But I was confused as to why I was able to walk. No arguments here though.
Yes, another storage cell.
I found a thunderclap which I fed to this handsome fella, and I tracked down a map node, which helped a lot with my exploration as the pods continued to roll in. This is where the cave confusion came in as I looked for pods, because I was like, is the pod I'm looking for in this cave, or is it above, or is it in another part of the cave? How many levels does this cave have? Have I been in this cave before? Oh, I missed it.
I just switched to a chicken.
Yeah, I was a little slow on the reaction time there, and another gold slime opportunity went begging. And so it went, getting lost in the caves, collecting chickens, stocking up on sabers, and can you believe my gold slime luck? Yes!
No way.
I spotted that one before it spotted me, which made it much easier to hit.
I got the gold slime. I got a gold block.
I thought I was done with gold slimes after that. I now had this Slimepedia entry, so it was happy days. Little did I know, I was going to be hunting multiple gold slimes later. I spotted a drone thing.
No. Wait, come back.
And it was definitely a lot easier to get around at nighttime than expected to riches. The Aurora
Whoa, 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 hey? Okay, okay. We'll just go away a bit. Whoa, I came back at the perfect moment, dude.
Which was actually the right option. I kind of wish it ticked over to daytime and these bridges disappeared while I was above the ocean, because that would have been big funny. But you get the idea. Science materials and odds. I failed to satisfy this fella, even with 30 chickens. And I tried
Boom. Boom. Let's go.